audio, so you just bear with us really quick. Thank you. Gotta give us a second. We're trying to get all the spice. Okay, there we go. Now we are live on Twitch. Alright, official introduction. Hello everybody, it's ChiefDucky, and welcome back to Relic Hunters, A New Path, Season 2, Episode 2. In the last episode, you got to meet all of the new hunters. You got to meet old hunters, and why am I doing this? It's the DM's job. So, I'm going to pass it over to the DM because I have no bits of information, like any announcements or anything right now currently. However, the DM might. I don't know. We talk about this from time to time, but I'm going to pass it over to him because I'm just spewing word bomb right now. Josh, go.
That's me. I was stuck, sorry. Yes, no real huge announcements other than we did get our first sketches of this season's Relic Hunters morphed. So those will be described tonight, but I will not be displaying them until we get the actual sketches done, or the actual art done. Again, like normal, I want to thank everybody in chat. I want to thank everybody who supports us. I want to thank my Relic Hunters. Just everybody that's made this possible. I do want to extend a thank you because it's actually from last season. I want to thank Chuck Huber one more time for being a special guest. He was a huge guest that we had and has actually been a stepping stone a little bit with me in talks with other people to come on the show. I can't name names or anything like that, but we are in talks with other people to come on the show. So that's all I can say right now. But thank you guys. If you want to help us out monetarily, we do have a Patreon. You can donate on Twitch. The Patreon is actually... I've got to bring it up. It's actually, if you go to my channel, if you go to the Relic Hunter channel, it's on there as well. We are going to be getting a tab on ChiefDucky's channel. I will be posting that Patreon here shortly, or somebody will. Did you get it?
Yeah, I found your hyperlink, so I'm about to post it in the chat.
Awesome. Sounds good. Just we're so happy that we're able to do a second season, able to do art. We've got buttons coming. We've got everything just a step up. So hopefully you guys have as much fun as we do doing this. And if you do become a patron, you are entered into basically like a little raffle that I will be contacting you, and you may have a chance to be a special guest on the show on an episode later this season. So if you want to do that, do that. If not, enjoy. And that's all I've got right now, so I'm going to roll this beautiful bean footage, Mr. ChiefDucky.
Before we roll the bean footage, Ryan, Jordan says hi.
Woo!
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Oh, you missed it. You said down the hall.
What's up?
What's up?
Okay. So, in true fashion...
Shut the fuck up!
He hit puberty.
Thank you, voice modifier.
Throughout the years, many have fallen protecting this world, hunting what we now call relics. These relics give special powers and forms to those who wield them. Now, a new force has appeared to protect us. The relics have chosen new warriors to save their existence. They are the Relic Hunters.
Bada bing, bada boom, we're back. And got the nameplates back. Hello! How's it going? Wait, was my voice modifier still on? It's not. Okay, cool.
It is not. You're fine. Okay. So, last week, on Relic Hunters, a new path. We left off with all our Relic Hunters morphing or changing for the first time. So I'm actually going to start with who's on my screen, Ryan, Mr. Xander.
Yes.
So as you did your morph call, again, after you pulled off and changed and morphed, your body completely comes covered in green as a tornado swirls. The top of your head, literally, you have a pure helmet on. Your visor is a rectangular shape. It literally, as the tornado swirls south, everybody sees this. You have shoulder pads, and in the center of your chest is your emblem, which has 4 different, looks like disasters on them. As it rolls down, you have gauntlets that look like they have been just mangled. They look tornado-esque shaped. And you are just fully armored. The shoulder pads, as we roll down further, as the tornado swirls around your ankles, you have pure, bracers that go all the way, just like basically knee-high boots, technically. But they are metal bracers, and you are standing what looks like a trident, but it actually has blades on the edges, and in the center a tornado-esque drill in the center.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Next, I'm going to shift over. Bless you, by the way. I don't know if somebody sneezed.
What was that?
I said
Oh,
bless
Gary
you.
Cochran, thank you for the $5 dono. I greatly appreciate it. So now we have an official spin,
You
DM.
have an official spin.
Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Gary.
That's Dark, by the way. Thank you,
Okay.
Dark.
Thank you, Dark. Alright, so next I'm going to jump to our wonderful Rust Relic Hunter, or Rust Wild West, and that is our wonderful Jackie. As you're sitting there and you're morphed, you feel a little off, and because after you morph, you feel like dust and sand and just warmth cover you, and as all this kind of fades from you, all of you see this, and the top of your head literally shapes out. You have a triangle visor, and it looks kind of like the top of your helmet is a cowboy hat, but it's melded into the suit. As you start to uncover more down, you've got a Western vest, but it's armored, that comes down and covers you. In the center is your emblem with looks like a sheriff's badge star in the front, and on your smaller shoulder pads, you have your ponytail whipping in the wind behind you. As it comes out, you've got your holsters on your hips, all armored up, all the way down. You've got your Western boots. I'm doing this, and I know you guys can't see me, because I'm staring at the picture as I'm describing this. So all the way down, you've got your boots are completely, like I said, it's all rust covered with mixtures of like black and orange and rust, and you've got spurs on the edge of your boots, along with both your long-nosed pistols sitting in your holsters. And that is you. Ta-da. Yes. Okay, I just came back and now I see the cowboy hat. This is a shift.
You're welcome.
This is the longest part of the episode, is me describing you guys more. So next, I'm actually going to jump to Mr. Zakar.
Let me get the voice morpher ready.
As you're standing there, literally, you feel odd. You feel larger than normal, kind of buffer, but you feel something tap on your ankle before it actually starts to cover you, and it's a small little It's a small little, looks kind of like an egg-shaped being. He's gold and purple, and he looks up to you and goes, "Build!" And he starts digging in the ground. As he starts digging in the ground, you see more of them start to pop up around you.
Is this Harvest? You motherfucker! You gave me Harvest?
No, I didn't.
No?
Because
Oh.
if you would listen, they start digging in the ground around you, and they together, as they start to spin and circle you, you see a purple vine leap from the ground where they were and wrap you completely. As it wraps you, I wanted to see your face when you thought it was going to be Harvest. The vine wraps you up, and as the vine releases you slowly, you have an older gentleman standing behind you, but starting from the top, your helmet is a star shape, and right in the center is your visor. You have blackness, and then you have sections of your shoulder plates that you are extremely muscular, and it's all metal. It's all major armor pieces. In the front is your symbol of the Japanese yen symbol, which is your symbol, and it has your abs there, all in metal caving. You've got your belt with the Relic Hunter symbol in the front, all the way down to your ankles, where your boots are a little off you, but they're still extremely muscular, and both your daggers literally form in your hands. And behind you, again, is this old man and an older kind of... do you want to describe him? You can do this better than me.
So if he's an older gentleman, if I'm correct on this is Old Man Joseph Joestar, isn't it?
TM, yes.
Oh! So it's an older gentleman standing behind me. He's wearing this yellow button-down, as well as khaki slacks, and around his wrists are two tendrils, and this is the stand.
I heard purple. The first was purple.
Hermit purple.
Hermit purple.
Hermit.
Yes.
I thought you said heaven's purple.
No, hermit purple. I had to do the JoJo scream.
That is perfectly fine.
Oh,
Alright, so you're standing there.
Yeah.
Next, we are actually gonna go with our. Who did I miss? I'm missing 3 people. I know it. Who did I do? Okay, my bad. Next, we're gonna go with our wonderful Noir, Jamie. Jamie, as you're sitting there after you shoot yourself in the head, figuratively and metaphorically slightly, using a Persona 5 reference, so nobody attacks us. Persona 4 reference. Sorry. It's a Persona reference there. Literally, as you do that, you are fully covered from head to toe. As it starts, you have your helmet, but on top of your helmet, you have one of those old, I believe it's called a fedora, if I remember correctly, a black fedora with white edging, and your helmet has basically what looks like for your visor, you have this. I'm doing rough drawings as I always do. Just not as crude. That is your visor, and it comes down past your helmet. You're actually wearing a metallic-esque armored trench coat that goes around. It literally just dresses you, and your chest is your symbol, which is basically your helmet pulled off and put into your symbol. In your left hand, you're holding your very throwback-ish snub-nosed revolver that has become more refined than it was. Literally, you're covered from head to toe in black with white trimming, basically. And outside, like right inside of your trench coat, you see on your hip looks like it's little sequins. Roll me a d6 if you want to grab it.
How does a 3 do you?
You are welcome to grab this, whatever is on your hip, if you want to.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab it.
It is what you were wearing. Well, what you thought you were wearing. It is what looks like a sequins scarf.
Okay, fair.
What do you want to
Put
do
on
with
the
it?
sequin scarf, of course.
So you're just gonna wrap it and
Wrap it
literally.
around all majestically.
So you're fully morphed, and then you now have the sequin scarf that, as you put it on, slowly turns into it kind of armors itself, not as a
Nice.
weapon, but it becomes part of your suit.
Good. This outfit was a little drab anyway.
Gosh dang it. Next, at last, and certainly not least, is our wonderful Mogar. Mr. Michael Mogar. As you boom and slam your fists together, it literally engulfs you, starting with your arms, and wraps around you, the bandana wrapping completely around you and squeezing. As it releases, starting where I'm actually going to start from the bottom, you've got your boots that are crimson, and they look very metallic and reflective. As you go up, you've got what looks actually, once you get to about your thigh level, it looks like you still have your gym shorts on, but they are actually part of your suit, and they are metallic, like emblazoned gym shorts that go up into your metallic abs and your symbol on your chest, which is in a triangle shape. You've got slight pauldrons on your shoulders down to your gauntlets, which are your weapons, and they are completely 4 or 5 rows of spikes lining your wrists and your fists up to your shoulders, and then your helmet, which is completely ovalish instead of a different shape like some people's, and then you've got 2 elongated ovals as your visor, and you are completely crimson. And this is everybody what our relic hunters look like this season. Yes, metallic abs. As you all finally morph, Kyle Dean, who is standing in front of you, turns around and goes, "You did it correctly. I am shocked." And you see him kind of fighting with each other, and Dean goes, "Well, don't have to be asked to the new people, Kyle. Gosh." And he goes, "We've got more seriousness." And you see Kyle Dean literally prepare to fight. Like you see as he pulls up both hands, he has what looks like a kunai with chain, and then in the other hand, he's got the other end of the chain, which is looks like a ball with spikes. And he goes, as he does that, sparks fly, and you see the room go dark. Everybody is completely blinded at the moment, and through the darkness, all of you hear, "Darkness. Oh, that suits me. All of you, please roll me a d6.
Oh,
Darkness, please.
hello, darkness, my old friend. 6.
Man, me and the 3s today.
Alright, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so everybody passes. So you're not disoriented or anything, but you all see a flash. In this flash, you still see Zebus standing there in the flash. He hasn't moved. But you also see the people that were flanking him, they have moved, and they are now surrounding in the flash. You see them right next to Kyle Dean. In the flash, you could make it out slightly. One of them is a shorter little, she looks kind of like a tiny little blonde. But she's got what looks like blades on the back of her head, and that's really all you guys could make out. And then the other one, you see a kind of a larger woman. She's tall. She's pretty muscular, like I said. You see in the flash, and she is holding what looks like a book or a script of some sort, and she is swinging. All of a sudden, you hear a yell.
A book of beat down.
The lights come back on. Kyle Dean are on the floor, and the 3 of them are gone. What are you guys doing?
So you're telling me I put on this drab outfit and I didn't even get to hit anything?
Zakar's gonna turn around and look at the avatar behind him.
Oh my god! What exactly are you?
Well, and he just kind of shrugged his shoulders. I'm here to help you, I think.
You, me, are you inciting me?
No, well, sort of. Do this. And he shakes his hand a little bit. As you shake your hand, you see the vines come out of your hand. I don't give gifts. I don't give gifts that often, but I kind of have to be here to help you with your relic journey, I guess.
What is your name?
Oh, if you don't already know, you will learn. And that's all he says. And he nods. He's like, "Are you not gonna get them?"
Who? The bad guys?
He literally turns to you and slaps you against the helmet. Please roll a d6.
Damn it. 4.
Alright. As he smacks you across the helmet, it feels like your vision clears up a little bit. You see all three of them still standing where they were. It just looks like something had been cast or something, and they had went invisible to you guys.
Okay.
The other 4, you guys cannot see this yet. So.
Okay, so do I know the extent of my powers yet, or can I just try some shit and just roll for it?
You don't know nothing. This is all new to you.
Well, I saw the vines come out of my hands, correct?
Yes, you did.
I'm just gonna go by process of elimination, and I'm going to like hold my hand out and try to like shoot the vines through and see if I can like wrap around them.
Okay, so you just want to hold your hand out?
Well, yeah, I hold my hand out and then well, I had a move prepared, but since I don't know the extent of my powers yet, I can't really execute this yet.
Right.
So I'm just going to just hold my hand out and shoot the thorns.
As you shoot the thorns, roll me a d6. A 3. Sorry, that is not high enough. As you shoot the thorns, they literally come out of your hand, and it looks like they got a mind of their own. They stand up and go, meh, and they just go limp. And this older gentleman behind you, this older gentleman behind you goes, I'm not hitting you anymore. And he literally walks forward and grabs the thorns and pulls them completely out of your hand. You literally see him just go, yoink.
And then just shoot outward, like just film.
Oh no, he has them in his hand. He pulls them and goes, he completely pulls them out of your hand and goes, this. And he shoots his hand forward. It wraps around Zebus. And all of you guys see the thorns. You don't see, like, you saw this older gentleman briefly, but now he's gone. But you see these thorns, like, basically drop, get picked back up, and then wrap around, and what you can't tell is there. Will all 4 of you please roll me a d6?
Roll that.
6, 5, 6. I apologize, Mogar. You're the only one that cannot see. Everybody else's vision clears up, and you see all 3 of them standing there. Mogar, you are completely lost.
Well, I was just going to run up to Kyle and Dean to make sure that they're okay.
Okay, go ahead with that.
As he is going over to Kyle Dean, Zakar is going to turn to the rest of the group. There, you can see them now, right?
Yeah, but what are we supposed to do?
We have to fight the courts, just like prison rule. This is prison rule. Schoolyard shit. Just go up there and shake them.
Ryan, as you ask this question, your bracers start to spin
Just go up there
and just rotate around, and it looks like you can do something with them. Yeah.
Okay,
Like when the Flash makes tornadoes.
so I'm gonna stick my arms out towards the 3, and then I'm going to cycle them around and see if, and just like go faster and faster and faster, like cycle and see if I can push air or something up, like a wave
as you're
towards
spinning,
them.
roll me d6. All right. As you spin your arms, you're not quite in full control. and you
Slightly
you
wobbly
don't
tornadoes.
you don't see you do push air, but you don't see it. Zakar, he has just literally lifted up this older man that is your avatar, and he is now floating, going, "Hey, let me down."
I'm going to try to jump up and grab him. I try to reach for it.
Roll me a d6.
Oh, buddy. Oh,
Oh,
buddy.
As you jump up, you are also caught in the wind, and you and this old man look like you guys are like waltzing in midair. You're holding him, but you're like spinning.
No.
They're stuck in the bubble room in Wonka's factory. Is what you just
Is it evident that he is not in control of his situation right now and he's just spinning around because of the air?
Yes.
Like if you look at Jamie's just gonna bust out laughing at the sight that is unfolded in front of him, just like
As you bust out laughing, roll me a d6. No, not you. Jamie, roll me a d6. Oh, a 6. Okay. As you bust out laughing, literally your chest starts to glow slightly, and you feel your hands start to get a little heavy, and all of a sudden, where your hands where your hands just at your side, you're like,
yeah. Clutching my gut, laughing.
Wherever your hands are, you see two look like bubbles form around your hands, and it starts to grow. It looks like a shield.
No shit.
Not a shield, but like a bubble shield, like deflective surface.
So hold on, just so I'm understanding. Like, is it encasing my arm, or is it like on the outside?
It's on the outside.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were going with gauntlets or like
No.
Brigitte kind of shield.
No, yeah,
Gotcha.
Basically, yeah.
Gotcha.
think TM, think Reinhardt. Like just
yeah,
long.
okay, gotcha. I'm going to focus and see if I can make them any bigger instead, because you didn't really specify their size.
Right. Roll. You already rolled a d6. Or you rolled a 6. So I'm gonna say they literally formed almost any shape that you want. Sheep.
Okay.
Shape, not sheep.
Shape. I would like for it to be Reinhardt size, if we're gonna go with that analogy.
Okay.
Make it big enough for everybody to kind of get behind if need be.
Okay. So
He's
it
just like,
forms a pretty
guys,
big
I don't
shield.
think this is an offensive weapon.
What about you, Jackie? What are you doing?
Well,
All this
I've
going on.
got my pistols in my hands. There's only one thing you can do with these, so I point them toward whatever it is that's being tied up, or
Okay, that would be Zebus. That would be the TM Lord Zed looking esque character.
Yeah. So I take aim and they make noise.
Yes. As you fire, roll me a d6. 3. As you fire, you hear in your ears, and through your guns, as you fire, you see light filter through them, and literally instead of bullets, out of the front of your guns, you see 2 horses start to literally gallop, like they're ethereal horses, and they start to gallop towards Zebus. They get right at Zebus, and because you rolled a 3, they vanish.
Oh! Dang it!
They didn't have enough range.
Good try, y'all.
Am I still in the air?
Yes, you're still flying in the air, but all this takes place in a matter of about 5-10 seconds. So, Mogar, you're at Kyle and Dean's side. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna check on them to see if they're okay.
They are passed out.
And be like, all right. Well,
Still morphed, but they're laying there.
yeah. I'm gonna like get him from like under his arms.
Roll a d6 to see if you can pick him up. Yeah, you're fine.
Just like drag them to safety, and while all that other stuff is going on, I'm gonna be like, "What are you guys doing? They're gone."
No.
No.
What are you talking about? There's no one else here.
Something's there, man.
I promise you, Red Boy, there are people there.
And he's spitting in the air.
There's no
You hear, Bogar, you hear behind you, will you freaking, and you feel a slap on the back of your helmet.
Oh!
Roll, you look up at, you can now see them. Elvira has smacked the dumb off of you.
Oh, what a good girl she is.
That's beautiful.
Helping out in her best way. She's really a person being her best self.
Michael hasn't
Smacking the
seen
shit out of
Elvira
people.
yet. So he's going to
Do
turn
what?
around. Michael
yeah.
hasn't seen Elvira yet.
Right.
So he's going to turn around and go, who did the... Oh, my God.
She is, as you turn and see her, she's still on her knees. She is bawling her eyes out.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay, get serious, get serious. Okay. Outlaw, Noir, shoot at the two sides. I have these written down, sorry. Havoc, Avatar, get the middle. I'll run up.
You got a guy in the air, just out of game real quick. You got a guy flying in the air, uncontrolled. You got one causing him to be in the air.
And in response to that, as you say my name, I don't think it's possible for me to get down.
Havoc, send them that way, and then you do the same to yourself on the ground to send you over there.
Who you talking to me?
Yeah, you're causing a lot of havoc.
Can you please stop waving your arms? I want to get down.
Havoc, send them.
I will literally just put my arms down.
As you do, the air stops. Both of you fall to the ground. As you both fall to the ground, the vines loosen, and Zebus is released. As Zebus is released, he looks at you and laughs and goes, "Oh, I hate to be cliche. Handle my light work," and motions at the two at his side to step forward. Now you guys get full views of these two. The one on the left is the short blonde. Like I said, she looks a little bit malformed, like demon-esque. Which, like I said, her pigtails are actually blades, and like at the base of her hair is blonde. She's in a little bit of an armor clad, but her pauldrons, instead of going down, actually flare up, and she's sitting there, and she has a weird-looking symbol that looks a little like a plus sign, but it's shifted slightly. She holds up her hand, and you hear her speaking some different language. Zakar, Jamie, and Zakar and Jamie, you guys would understand. You wouldn't understand fully, but you would recognize this as German. As she's speaking this, you see the sign on her hand start to glow, and she grabs both her pigtails and pulls them off into what looks like mini. What are they called? The mini sights, like the crescent blades.
Sickles.
There we go. Yeah, sickles. Yep, she has two sickles in her hands now, and she starts to rush. The other side, you see, like I said, this larger woman. She has a book in her hand, and she starts to flip open the book, and she goes. She slams the book shut and goes, "Nope, not right." And literally, you see the book shift into what looks like if I remember right, I believe it was a hammer. And she starts to rush you guys and swings. And instead of swinging, the closest person would actually be Zakar. She's swinging at you, but she's actually swinging at your knees.
Okay.
So roll me a d6 real quick. You were able to dodge the swing.
So I'm going to jump up. So you say she's aiming for my kneecaps. I'm going to jump over the swing.
I can't understand you.
Okay, can you understand me now?
Yes, I apologize. I just couldn't understand you there. It felt like there was two different voice mods going at the same time.
Yeah.
No, it was just the one, but my bad.
Okay. No, it's all good. I just couldn't understand you at the moment.
So, since she's aiming for my kneecaps, I'm going to jump up, like jump over the swing. She's swinging horizontally, correct? So I'm going to jump up, and at that moment, Zakar's going to turn back to the older gentleman and ask him,
Okay, can you wrap the vines around my daggers and so we can, like, throw it around or something?
I'm not going to be here forever. And he really does this. And as he does, vines come out of his hands, wrap around your wrists, and you see the vines continue to come out of start to come out of your hands again, wrap around your daggers.
Okay. So then I'm going to throw them like this, like an X formation, and try to wrap them around the woman in her hammer. To try to restrain her.
Okay. Roll me 2d6, please.
Collective total is 9.
All right. Alright, you throw them, they do start to wrap, but she reacts and sticks the hammer like in between them and they stop and fall. They do a little bit of damage, so you can roll me 1d6 in damage.
3.
Okay. So she does take 3 damage. As she does this, she shouts out, "You do not mess with misery."
You motherfucker. I caught that. I'm catching that now.
Alright,
Okay.
we're gonna shift. I was gonna say we're gonna shift away real quick. Mogar, what are you doing? You just directed people. What are you doing?
As I see that my plan is, he's just gonna go, okay, plan B. You said, so she's distracted with Zakar right now, correct?
Yes, Misery is.
Alright. Well, I would like to bum rush Misery and attack her.
As you go to move, you feel slightly weighted, and you hear in the back of your head, "Wax on, wax off, young one."
Why do you sound like the gentleman from the gym?
I just said wax on, wax off.
Okay, like out of game / in game. Does Michael know that the movie reference?
If you've watched Relic Hunters, season 1, you've watched Karate Kid. We're just gonna assume, and you're an MMA fighter, so come on.
Yeah. So as he says that, he's gonna be like, "Okay, plan C."
So many plans, so little time.
So, wax on, wax off. That is normally a counter / calm technique. So he's just gonna stop, compose himself, and get ready in a fighting stance.
This is so cool.
Catch the fly is all you hear in your head.
Okay, catch the fly. And close his eyes. Inhale.
As you inhale, the other female, the demoness looking, she changes her direction because she sees you heading after Misery, and she goes to swing at you. Continue what you were gonna do.
Now open my eyes and try to catch the blade.
Yep. As you inhale and the wax on, you catch one of the blades, and you are able to actually spin it slightly. Roll me a d6 real quick. A 5. All right. As you pry it away from her, literally you have the sickle in hand, and the sickle shifts forms and changes into what looks like a pair of nunchucks. You can use this weapon, by the way.
Okay.
Alright. She literally, you basically pull the weapon, she stops and goes to swing with the other sickle.
As she does that, I go, that was wax on, here's wax off. Try to.
Ooh.
You roll me a d6.
Oh, motherfucking hole.
Oh, on the table, please.
Alright. You are able to wax off and peel the other sickle from her, and it turns into nunchucks as well. As you do, you hear in the back of your head again, "Well done. You have learned the art of metamorphosis." And then the voice fades.
Just be like, thanks, master.
You hear it come back. "I knight your master." Whoop!
She's trying to
Boss
be
comes
polite.
back, tell you you're not working for him.
Well, as I have both the nunchucks now, I'm gonna spin one, fake with one, have it like extend like right in front of her face, not hit her, but with the other one, I'm gonna like do a spinning back fist.
Mm-hmm.
But with the other one, have that fully extended and like try to catch her.
Alright, roll me 2d6.
7 total.
One sec. Like 7 total.
Correct.
You go. She has faster reflexes than you intend. She dodges, but she does get hit with the basically the backswing of the nunchuck. Roll me 1d6 for damage. Alright. As you do hit her, she stumbles back and hits. She stumbles into Misery. Misery looks up and goes, "Sinking!" They both literally look at each other and they look back at Zebus, and Zebus goes, "Good. We now know some of their moves. Come with me." And he literally turns and...
They what?
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Okay. Zebus literally looks at them and goes, "Good. I now know some of their moves." And he turns and walks out the door. Signals both of them. So both Misery and Sinky literally vanish.
So
Well, as they vanish and all that, I'm just gonna yell out, "Gitmo, lock the mansion down. Put it on high defense or something."
Get out from under my wheel, Gitmo. Sorry,
Aw.
I was crushing him.
Rude.
You shout out that, and you hear, kind of echoing through the halls, "I don't work for you anymore."
You never. I just got here.
And I'm leaving. You see him run down the steps, and you see there's something slightly different. It looks like a pair of what looks kind of like demon wings is starting to slowly sprout from his back, and literally you see him jump and fly out the front door, following the other two.
We've had our star employee quit, guys. I don't know how to feel about this.
Did he just turn heel? What just?
What was that? Why did little blue man fly out the door?
The doors are still open, and you all see Zebus turn around, and he looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, and one more parting gift." And he slams his staff on the ground, and everything starts to shake.
I want to shoot out the door at him.
Okay, roll me 2d6.
I would also like to take a pot shot.
I would also like to throw my daggers again and try to restrain
Okay,
them.
all of you roll me 2d6. Anybody that's throwing.
9.
Can I try
On
to?
2 dice, guys.
Can I try to take like the cyclones to see if I can disrupt the earthquake that's happening? Like my gauntlets?
Wait on that one after the.
Okay.
Did you say everyone roll? I'm sorry, I was reading chat.
If you're throwing something
Or
or
if you're
shooting.
trying to attack.
Josh,
Yes.
Josh, I need you to look at this right now. This is on 2 dice.
Oh my
Are you
gosh.
fucking with me?
No,
Are
I'm not.
you fucking with me?
What are you throwing, Kyle?
Well,
Or-
well, you said Gitmo's trying to like fly by, right?
He already flew by. He was too
I'll
fast.
be right back.
Damn.
Sorry.
Okay. You know what? Never mind. Can I just revoke that and not throw anything?
That is fine. Trevor, you flashed something and I couldn't see. Okay, 10.
No,
11.
11.
Oh, 11. Okay. And Jackie?
Oh, 9.
9. Okay. Okay, so 22 overall. I will say, as you all fire and do your and throw the daggers and whatnot, the horses actually get in. Basically, as you fire, the horses reappear and start to gallop towards Zebus. The daggers literally align with the horse, and as I hate that he's not here. As Jamie fires, the bullet literally turns into what looks like it widens and turns into a shield projectile, pushing the horses and the daggers forward, allowing them to reach Zebus. Without him, it wouldn't have reached Zebus. As this all pushes, Zebus stands there. He has slammed the ground already. The hit hits him. All of you need to roll me 1d6 each, please, for damage. And I'll explain why here in just a minute. 2. Ouch.
Yeah.
No, the 3 that fired. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'll explain this for Jamie real quick. Jamie, as you fired, the horses from Jackie's dual guns and the daggers basically paired up, and your fire, your small little bullet actually turned into a small little like shield push and was able to push it just enough that it was able to reach Zebus. So
Teamwork.
so on that case, you know what that means, right? Don't you, Jamie?
Yes, I know.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. As it hits, and please roll 1d6, Jamie.
1.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
So it hits Zebus, and after he slams, he goes, "Oh, nice try, but you need to shoot some more fireworks, please." And then he vanishes. The doors close right in front of you. After Gitmo's gone, the doors close. The whole castle is shaking. Ryan, or not Ryan, Xander, you said you were trying to.
I want to see if I can disrupt the quake. Yeah.
Roll me 2d6.
With whatever the gauntlets, with the tridax, whatever I can. I want to disrupt what I can.
Which one are you going to try to use?
I'm going to try to use the tridax. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
10.
10. All right.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the tridax?
So I'm not quite sure, but I guess I'm trying to see if I can get that whatever energy was in the gauntlets into the tornado drill. And
are you slamming into the ground? Or are you going to try to spin the tridax?
I'm trying to like spin it and see if whatever I can just to get whatever energy to stop the.
Okay, we'll say you spin your tridax. As I do the hand motions, and you spin it. You're able to create like a vacuum-esque, but it hits the ground, and all it does is crack the floor. The floor starts to crack in beneath all of you. Kyle Dean is still passed out. Elvira is still on the ground crying.
I think it's time to get out of here. You, Red Boy, pick up the vampire lady. And everybody else, let's get the fuck out of here.
Elvira literally raises her head up and goes, "I'm not." She hits the ground. The crack opens up more, and below you see Kyle Dean fall through the crack. As he falls through the crack, you hear, and you hear a dragon. Literally from the crack, you can see below you a blue twin-headed dragon start literally breathe a little bit of flames and look up. And you all hear in your helmet, "Get in. This is the only way you're surviving."
Not going to question this, and I'm just going to fucking just go.
Same.
Okay. you three are jumping. Xander, what are you doing?
I'm gonna turn back to Elvira and go, "Thank you for everything," and then I'm gonna jump.
Okay. Jamie, what are you doing?
He's going to walk to the door, or walk to the hull. He's going to turn around and he's going to cross his arms and he's going to fall backwards into it.
Straight up coffin drop.
Alright, so all of you, 4 of you have jumped and 1 of you have fallen. As all of you basically descend into the dual relic Zord. Yes. You all hear, I am going down with the castle, and that's coming from Elvira. And literally, the dragon takes off straight through the roof, through everything, and flies away. As it's flying away, all of you are in the cockpit and are able to see the castle behind you. Instead of blowing up and the rock underneath is still there, the castle crumbles. The rock literally starts to just fade away from the edges, and you see literally from what looks like behind the castle is a bunch of spirits just being released into the sky. And on the side where what looked like a barn was, you see a single figure literally fly off. It looks like it turns into some kind of narwhalasis of some sort, and it flies away.
Hell yeah. I love that callback to the narwhalasis.
You're welcome. And you hear a bunch of cries for help, and from the castle, and the castle collapses in on itself, completely dust, and then the rock that it's on literally just goes, and it looks like it implodes, but it goes, and then vanishes. There is nothing there as you fly away on two-headed dual Zord.
While we're in the cockpit, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, I hope at least Trevor got out." Not Trevor, sorry. Jason.
I hope Trevor got out. Who? Who? No. You hear the Zord go. Who?
Out of game, out of character.
Nope, that was in game. I canon it.
Out of game, you fucker.
In game, haha.
What I meant to say. I hope that Norwalasis was carrying Jason. And how in the hell are we explaining this to Kyle Dean?
You hear above you, I am Kyle Dean.
Excuse me, I've seen a lot of weird things in Russia, but I've never seen talking dragon.
You completely cut out, Trev. I've seen a lot of weird things, and then it went silent.
I've seen a lot of weird things in Russia, but I've never heard a talking metal dragon.
I understand. This is my, I guess you could say, last hoorah.
Excuse me, you're going to die?
Don't say that.
I only had so much power left. Morphing and saving you in this sword was all I had left.
Well, in the show, I don't know how, but you guys split, you got back together, and then you split again.
It has been 15 years. We are not as young as we were.
There still could be a way.
Not this time. As you hear him sigh, you see the light start to flicker on the control panel, and then you literally you feel him kind of go down. I'm setting you down. As he flies down, you guys are set down. It seems like you're in the middle of the desert, and he sets you down. The door of the cockpit opens, and he goes, "Please get out before you are gone as well."
Thank you for.
I may not have thanked a lot of people in my life, but thank you for saving mine.
And then Zakar is going to get off.
As you say that, and he looks at, or you see the dragon head kind of like spin around, like literally quirk around, and he goes. They both in unison. You see both heads go. No, thank you. You are all relic hunters. I expect, nonetheless, you guys to do the same for innocence. And then he stops and goes, mostly innocent. And then he flips his head back around.
But if you leave, who's going to guide us?
Is everybody off of the dragon, or is anybody staying on?
No, I
I'm
got
gonna
it.
get off.
All right.
Yeah, I'm slowly gonna walk out.
Okay. Since you're slowly walking out and everybody else just said walk, Jackie, please roll me a d6.
Oh boy.
That's a one face right there.
No. As you're still on basically the ramp. Everybody else has made it off, even if by barely, but you're still on the ramp, slowly walking off, and you see all of you see both dragon heads rear up and yell in dire agony. And literally, the dragon vanishes instantly. The ramp underneath you vanishes, and you fall to the ground. You take 5 damage.
Oh, I was gonna see if I could reaction catch.
You're not that close.
Yeah.
As you fall to the ground, you do hit sand, so you don't take as much damage, but you do take 5 damage.
No.
As all of this is going on, literally, you guys are now standing in complete sand with nothing around you. What do you guys do?
So, how are we going to get out of here, guys?
Well, try to channel your relic. See if there's something that calls out to us.
Yes.
Out of game. So Hermit Purple, one of Hermit Purple's abilities is divination and being able to pinpoint exact locations.
Mm-hmm.
So may I attempt to use Hermit Purple's powers?
You can talk to the old man and maybe.
Well, yeah, I know, but I know this is going to be a little bit of complications with these abilities, especially with the different avatars. So I was prepared for this. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so as Michael says that, Zakar is going to turn back to the old man.
Is there anything that you can do to help us out?
He looks down and goes, well, I haven't used it in a while. Try thinking really, really hard.
Okay.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
You literally, as you sit there and kind of go into a meditative state, the vines wrap around you. You are all still morphed, by the way. The vines wrap around you, and as they do, you can pinpoint you're somewhere in the Nevada's desert.
Okay, can I okay, I know you don't watch JoJo's. So it does work that way, but instead of it's going to be like a map imprinted on the sand.
Mm-hmm. You didn't roll a perfect 6.
Okay, I figured that. So can I okay, so what's in my head, can I at least draw or do I have any kind of
It basically, what it does is it shows you an overhead of basically the Nevada desert.
Okay.
And it literally has several blips that just light up because you can't pinpoint directly where you're at. It's just showing you're there somewhere.
Where's the nearest blip?
The nearest blip would be it looks like a small ranch maybe. You can't really tell too much.
Okay, so as as I'm sitting there in my meditative state and everything is in my head, I'm going to snap my eyes open. Obviously, since we're wearing helmets, nobody sees this. But who's the closest person to me currently?
Honestly, everybody would be about equal except
Okay,
for
so we're like in a group.
Jackie.
Except Jackie. I will turn to Jamie.
So, I'm able to tell you that we're in the middle of the Nevada desert. And nearest location is, and I'm going to like do this, like skin around that way.
Sounds to me like we need to start walking, unless if dying of dehydrations is on anyone's to-do list.
Oh please. I was dehydrated in prison for 2 weeks. This is nothing.
Okay. So while this is happening,
Okay.
I'm going, because I haven't heard any voices or anything like everybody else has.
Nope.
So I'm just gonna be like, with the trident in my other hand, I'm just gonna be like, "Hello, is anybody there?"
As you say hello, roll me d6.
Now, as I'm talking to myself and talking to Jamie, did anybody else hear that, or is it just exclusively Jamie's info?
That's up to you. Did you do it through here or just talk?
Just talk.
Okay, you talked. Everybody heard.
Okay, so all of you know that we're in the middle of the Nevada desert, and that we can go that way. Sorry, continue. My bad.
Ryan, what'd you roll?
6.
Okay. As you say hello, you hear below you. Is it me you're looking for? And you feel a grip around your ankle.
Is it me?
Like in the hand that I have the tridax in?
Do what?
Is it the hand that I'm holding the tridax? Is that where it's coming from?
No, you hear below you, and you feel a grasp around your ankle. You see all around your ankle, it's just sand.
Hello?
It's me.
Hello?
Below you. Yes.
Where are you? I hear you, but I don't see you.
Oh, you're not looking hard enough then. Not
Huh?
around.
What?
All of you, please roll me a d6.
No.
Oh, damn it. Oh. No.
4, 5. Nope. 3. Okay. So, everybody except Mogar.
He's not the most perceptive person. Give him some credit.
Literally, he's dawdling off, still trying to talk to Miyagi in the back of his head. And all of you noticed, almost directly behind Xander, a form starts to appear. And coming up from the sand, and he goes, and you see him kind of dusting off. And as he's doing this, you see a what looks like staff in his hand. He's wiping himself off. He's a little bit blue and gold.
Motherfucker.
And he's wiping himself off. He goes, woo!
No.
Ooh, whoa. I sound different. Hold on. Hello. And he taps on your shoulder. Green person. Hello.
Yes. I hate you. If
You
this is who I
said
think it
hello.
is, I hate you.
You said hello.
Well, yeah, hi. Who are you?
I'm like you. And he kind of looks very curious. Like he's not really sure exactly what he just said, but you're relic hunters, right?
Yes?
I moonlight as a relic hunter, maybe.
This is first day on job.
Mine too.
Wait, what do you mean it's your first day? Like, who are you? What is your name?
Hi, I'm Bob.
Bob. I'm gonna reach out and shake his hand.
He shakes your hand. He's like, "Oh, that is so weird." Yeah, I just was able to. Long story. Anyway, what are you guys lost?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And you hear his voice shifting, like from lower to high register.
Yeah. Well, the castle kind of imploded.
Wait, what? What? No, what?
Yeah, the castle it came down like a big cookie.
You see his head just drop, and he's like,
Yeah.
Did anybody make it out?
One person, but then I'm like pointing to empty space. Disappeared.
There were like a bunch of lights that came out and went.
Two-headed dragon guy.
I failed.
What do you mean you failed?
I was gone too long, and you see him turn around and start to walk.
Well,
No, come back.
No. Well, if you are here to help me, then I need your help. This
Help you? You just landed on me.
This Zebus guy.
Zebus. And you see his face just like light up in shock. No, what? Hold on. And he looks around to the five of you. Unmorph.
Okay. Demorph.
As you say demorph, literally your arm just slowly starts to fade away because you're unsure if you're wanting to demorph.
Okay, this seems to be working. Demorph.
I'm going to take where the gauntlet is, and I'm just going to go hunt over.
As you say hunt over, you hear, you specifically hear like tornado sirens, and then you demorph.
I love your tornado siren sound and the fact that it's not even close to right.
It's like a Yorkie in the background.
Do I notice any of this yet?
Roll me a d6.
Oh, please, Michael, notice. Please.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you notice.
God.
It's gonna be like, oh, who's the new guy?
Not
Hi, I'm
sure
Bob.
yet. Bob.
Does Michael recognize the voice?
The voice is like literally changing, so it doesn't sit at one register.
Yeah, but how many Bobs do you know in the Relic Hunter story?
That is true.
Right. Which has my brain really going right now, by the way, out of
You'd
game.
be like, Bob. Why are you human?
By the way, Mogar, this is out of game real quick. Mogar, the character, would know of the Golden Relic Hunter, how he betrayed the Relic Hunters in the TV show.
But Bob wasn't the Golden Relic Hunter.
No, he was not. But you would recognize the look.
So I would see Michael visibly going.
just blue screen of death. Ah!
Why are you
Error,
fangirling
Mogar not
over
found.
here?
He was the original castle defense system, essentially.
I was. Wait, you know me?
You're famous.
Sweet.
I don't know who you are if it's in the consolation.
Well, I don't know who you are either.
I am Zakar Volkov. I killed an orphanage.
Why'd you?
Allegedly.
Oh, don't tell him
Why
that.
did you?
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly. Okay, all right.
Allegedly. I have to tell people that, otherwise they get the wrong impersonation of me.
Yeah, sometimes you can't really understand what he's saying, but he seems like a good guy.
Wait, guys, real quick. How'd you get out of the suit?
You,
I never really understood that. Bob?
What? I've been morphed for almost 10 years, and I don't know how to use this thing.
I mean, we did say when we all transformed the first time, we all said the hunt is on, so I just said hunt over.
I just kind of did this. It's like, you know, in that superhero show for kids with all the rainbow colored superheroes, you know. Yeah, it was
You just pull your britches up? What?
I touched my belt buckle.
Well, then Michael's just gonna be like, okay, let me try it. Hunt over.
As you say hunt over, literally all of you hear, what? And then you literally demorph.
Forgot I double tied the headband. So
Uh,
I didn't come off.
That was hilarious.
Jackie, whenever you touched the buckle, you didn't have to say a word. You just heard gunshots. Pow, 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 woohoo! And then you demorph. So the only one still morphed is Jamie.
What sound did I make?
Jamie's just looking over at you guys and is like, underneath this I'm wearing a sequins dress and 2-inch heels. Do you know how long I'll be picking sand out of it?
But I wanna see you, says Bob.
Well, Bob, I'm sure many people would like to see me, but you're just gonna have to wait until we get out of, and she like motions around, this.
What if? And he raises his hand and goes, and literally underneath you forms a flying carpet of sand that raises you up into the air slightly.
He looks down, he's like, okay, fine. Hunt over.
As you say hunt over, you hear, pull over, and then you demorph.
That's awesome.
Oh, I was like, that's the same thing as the police siren.
That's really cool. I'm not even allowed like that.
Yeah. So, Bob, what are you doing out here? I mean, where are we supposed to go now that that castle's gone?
I still need to register that the castle's gone, but I've got a place over here.
Okay. You lead the way then.
And he points. He points as the car and goes, "You still got a boot on. You might want to say hunt over."
Hunt over.
As you say hunt over, you hear, and your boot just goes poof.
Okay, I can fuck with that.
Also, the old man is gone. He's no longer around with you, Zakar. Alright, and Bob looks around and goes, okay, he stops, and he looks at each one of you fairly quickly, and he stops, and he looks really, really close at you, Jamie. Do I know you?
I haven't got the chance to to say this yet, but Jamie's been kind of like clutching at his insides. Almost like he's in pain, but not quite. And as Bob is looking, he's like, what are you looking at? What do you mean?
And he reaches for you, he brings the sand towards you, and he reaches for you and he touches you, right on the shoulder.
I don't know if that was to test if I'm real or not, but I promise I'm not a figment of your imagination. Could you stop?
He hits you, he pokes you a couple times and goes, And
if you want to take a picture, it would probably last longer.
Can I?
Yes. Go ahead.
Well, I've never met I guess I've never seen a shield before.
A what?
Do you say that in game?
Yeah.
A shield. There's been relic hunters of all sorts. Look, I could sand. And he literally just raises up in the sand.
Sand.
You see two hands raise out of the sand and go. I've never seen a relic hunter that can form a shield. I can see it inside of you.
That's not. And he moves to cover his boobs and his genitals. He's like, that's not creepy at all.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend, but anyway. And he turns around. And he goes, "What? Hunt over." And nothing happens. Damn it! And you literally just see him slouch and go, Okay, and he raises his hand, and all of your giant floating carpet of sand as he's walking and pulling you behind him, basically.
As he's doing that,
Oh.
I'm gonna be like, technically in the show they said power down, like the other show, and that kind of worked.
Power down? As he says it, not knowing what he said, literally, he completely demorphs, and you guys all fall. Roll me a d6.
Ah!
Shit.
Out of game, sorry.
1, 4, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so Jamie is the only one that this affects. Everybody kind of lands a little awkwardly, but you're fine. Jamie, as you land, your dress is completely filled with sand, and your heels fall off.
Oh,
So wherever in the hell I landed, I'm just murder in my eyes. I'm just gonna turn my head slowly to wherever in the fuck Mogar is.
and then I'm going
As
to
he's doing that, it's just
You see Bob turn around and go, I didn't mean to, and he extends his arms, and you see he's a normal human. He looks a little beat up, and his face is not quite how it should be. Like, he's got, like, lopsided eyes and stuff like that. And he reaches forward, and you see his arm completely turn to, like, purple goo. And he literally reaches and, like, tries to dust off all the sand he can from you, and as he's doing it, it's getting stuck in his hand, so it's literally starting to scratch you as he's wiping it off.
Ah.
I don't know.
just change back. Just change back.
Well,
Unleash.
we're almost here anyway, and he reaches into the ground. Like, you look like he's ruffling around something, and he pulls. As he pulls, you see in front of you a pyramid. You see a small little thing, and it goes... And as in front of you see a pyramid arise.
So as this is happening, Jamie's gonna walk over to Mogar. Mogar, how tall are you?
6'3".
And as Jamie's walking over there, I'm going to lean in.
I do believe you're about to get fucked up by pretty man.
He's going to walk over, and he's gonna actually like put an elbow up and lean against Mogar, and he's like, "So Mogar, let's talk here for a second. Do you know how expensive this dress was?"
I'm pretty sure I can buy you a new one.
Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks that until they hear the price tag. So,
Do you know I'm a professional fighter that makes millions in like a minute, right?
yes, you millionaires all think you're full of money, what have you. How about I cut a deal with you? How about you clean this dress whenever we get wherever in the fuck we're going, and I don't castrate you like a bull right here and now?
I'm slightly intimidated. Don't know why.
As you should be. But anyway, do we have a deal?
Hi.
Take it.
I'm going to lean over to Michael again.
You're slightly intimidated. I am slightly aroused.
I'll lean over and go, then help me take care of him.
Oh, you want me to take care of him? You don't want me to take care of him how I want to take care of him. How about you take care of him the way you want to take care of him?
You cut out the worst
Oh
part.
no! I heard you want to take care of him. I take you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, am I good now? Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't want me to take care of him the way I want to take care of him. You take care of him how you want to take care of him.
Right at that point, I don't know.
I want to know so bad what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the voice mod so I can say
Okay.
this clearly. I said, you don't want me to handle him the way I want to handle him or take care of him. You need to handle him the way you need to handle him.
There you go. Okay, we were like at the edge of our seats, going, I want to know.
So as he's talking to other people and kind of ignoring Jamie, he's still leaning against him, and he's like, it only takes 2 pounds of force to break a testicle.
Crush me.
You know this. How?
I'm rich. I know a lot of things.
You've
Don't.
done.
Bob turns to you guys and goes, "We're here."
Where?
Oh, thank
Yes.
God. I'm just gonna run.
Wait! Don't run! Roll me d6.
Oh, here we go.
Son of a...
Do this to yourself. Oh.
Alright, you're good. As you run, luckily Bob is able to open the door just enough that you run through.
If you would have ran into the door, I would have out of and in character laughed my ass off because that is the most rookie move you can ever make.
This is still our first day.
But you get inside the pyramid. Bob doesn't even walk in. He goes, "Is he supposed to be your leader?"
50-50. I like the green guy.
He needs a lot of help, and I'm not about to help him.
He's on a probation period, let's say.
Go ahead on in, guys. And girls. And... Okay, girls.
Guys, this place is huge!
He's going to walk in, but still kind of like grabbing at his insides a little bit.
Okay.
And
I'll
then
walk in the door.
I will follow in suit.
Alright. Jamie?
Oh,
I said I was walking in.
Okay. Jackie?
I was like, is it?
Well, I didn't hear Andrew, so I was going.
Oh.
So
do I notice him like clutching?
roll me a d6. Are you trying to hide it, Jamie?
Nope. It hurts.
Alright, so yeah, you would see him clutching.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in and I'm just gonna kind of look at him and are you okay?
Yeah, I guess I'm not used to these powers or whatever. Something, it's almost like I ate something this bad. Heartachy. It's just my insides. Don't worry too much about it.
Okay. But I'm still gonna worry.
As
Fine
you
if I
all
can't stop you.
as you all walk into the pyramid, the door shuts behind you. Bob does not follow.
If the guy didn't come in, are we trapped here? Is this how the kidnapping starts?
You hear above you, this is not how the kidnapping starts.
Okay, I've heard many disembodied voices today. Can we just cut to chase? Who are you?
Oh, you may have heard of me. And I'm actually not disembodied. I'm actually just hiding behind a curtain. And you see over in the corner, you see the curtain thing. He looks up at what? Go ahead.
Zakar is going to like swiftly point.
This is like Wizard of Oz. I know this movie.
He speaks in the mic. Wizard of Oz? Yeah. Am I the Cowardly Lion?
No, you're like Cowardly Wizard. You know, the one that is, was peddling on bike and shit.
Oh, no. James Franco, no.
Who is James Franco? I'm talking. What is a James Franco?
Oh, you don't know.
Don't know what. It's the best movie of all time.
Never mind. And he puts it down. He's rifling through stuff, and you see him turn, and he waddles a little bit. What you notice is he comes out from behind. He's really, really short, and this isn't a man per se. This I can't even say this with a straight face. I can't. This person waddling up to you has he reaches down, he grabs a top hat, and he's dressed very in what looks like a tux. He extends a hand, and as he extends his hand, it looks more Flipper-esque. He goes, "Hi, I'm the Penguin." See him.
I hate you.
So a flipper is extended. A flipper. Zakar.
It's got a thumb, but it's like think Danny DeVito's only less
Rounded?
Voluptuous, yes.
There you go. I'm going. Zakar is going to slowly just.
You are half penguin?
Well, I'm all penguin, but just half man.
Glass half full, glass half empty.
He just nods his head a little bit.
So, what is your name? Penguin? That it?
You can call me penguin, yeah.
I would have shit a brick if you said Prinny, dude.
So, yeah, Zakar's going to shake his hand and just be, like, in awe of that there's a penguin-man hybrid standing in front of him.
He kind of sits there and he looks at all of you. Well, welcome to, I guess my home? Yeah, I've been here for a little bit. Bob's been here a lot longer than I have, though.
So, are you also a Relic Hunter?
No, actually. I was... And he sighs a little bit. I guess you could call me a creation. I was never given a relic.
Creation. Like this to a baby.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Michael hears he's gonna run around the corner and go, like from season 1.
What? Oh, you're talking about the show. Yeah, in season.
Do I notice Michael come around the corner?
Yes.
I'm gonna start heading to where he was.
You want to start heading to where he was?
Or where he is if he's not moving.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna clean it.
I don't know how big the room is and if I would hear that or not. It was never specified.
I'm gonna be walking up.
Oh, okay.
Well, this room is basically, okay, the way it's going to be set up, this is out of character. You're in the bottom floor, which is the large, it's as wide as the pyramid and it's huge. Like, take the foyer of the castle and multiply it by at least 4. So it's about 200 feet around. It's huge.
So it's like, okay.
Oh yeah, and there's no walls, no nothing. This one is completely, and each floor has a single set of stairways that goes up to the next floor, which is a room. Yeah, each one of yours rooms will be. That's out of character. In character, about this time, you hear, I'm here, and coming down the stairs is Bob.
He's making the bloopy sound.
Yeah, well, because every time he's not walking down the stairs, you see him literally gooping down the stairs.
A, I love that gooping is a verb. Okay, I'm good.
He looks around and goes, Kowalski, will you get back behind the curtain?
I swear to God.
No. Is this a fucking Madagascar reference?
I knew it was, but I heard it and still can't believe it.
And as he says that, you see Kowalski just kind of lower his head and go, and he waddles back over, pulls the curtain, and goes, I can only talk like this, guys. I'm sorry.
As he gets behind the curtain, no, he's already behind the curtain. I'll still say it. So as he's behind the curtain, did he close the curtain or is it still pulled away?
No, the curtain is like as he's pulling it. You can say it.
Okay.
But remember, just smile and wave.
What? I freaking hate that movie.
Oh, you're not. Oh, my bad. Thought you were the same. Sorry.
No, they stole. He pulls the curtain the rest of the way, and you hear violent, like...
violent flapping.
Just hitting the desk.
You know, it must be really hard to type without fingers.
It's not. About this time, Bob Bob literally walks. He actually walks up to you, Xander, and goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, I need to talk to you."
Okay.
And he pulls you aside. He literally pulls you away to the and he kind of leans in a little bit and goes, "You're the Relic, right?"
You're the woo relic.
Yeah, I got tornado, sure.
Oh, so I can't say nothing, but you and you hear him stumbling over his words. He's 1 second. And you see him literally just shoot off, and Mogar, he pulls up to you. He like basically is like grandma speed walking up to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder real quick, and you hear boop. He goes, hey, you fight, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then he zooms over to Jackie. He goes, hey, you look like, and he puts his hands on his hips and does like the movement of like quick draw, and he goes, and he like pulls the trigger a little bit. He pulls the trigger a little bit and goes, boom boom.
Words.
Boom,
Use your
boom.
words.
I can't. I'm not very. Yeah, the females no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Boom, boom.
Okay, so okay, no. And he turns and he looks. He goes to walk toward Jamie and goes nope, and then walks over to Zakar and he goes, hey, Russian, and he taps on your shoulder.
Yes?
What's your last name?
Volkov.
Volkov. You're used to being in prison, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then he walks off and he heads up. He literally starts to goop back up the stairs.
Why was that pertinent? No, I don't even question anything anymore.
What was that all about, y'all?
You hear from above you. You hear. And from the corner, you hear again.
Beatboxer in the house?
You hear from the corner and over the speakers, you're like, he's fixing your rooms.
I want to walk over to the curtain and pull it back. You don't need to hide behind that curtain. No.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes.
I hold it open.
He pulls against you, and he cannot equal your strength. And he just like, don't make me call my buddies.
You just don't hide behind the curtain.
He hits a button on the. He hits a button on the thing, and behind him, you see a door slide open. And I'm gonna get a little bit morbid here, and I apologize. As the door slides open, you see 3 penguin skeletons sitting there.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay. That's a bit bad.
Okay, that's
I told you I'd call my friends, and he hits the button, and it.
Okay. What?
He closes the. Okay. I just got a text, I think, and then after he says that, you guys hear a ding. It sounds like a text tone. Okay, you guys are ready. And he peeks out of the curtain a little bit and then shuts it again. He goes, okay, and you guys hear a hit the thing, and you see from the ceiling a arrow fall down and point directly at Xander. You're the first floor. He hits another button, and it retracts the one above Xander, and another arrow falls and bounces a little bit right above Mogar, and he goes, you're the second floor. Hits another button. You're the third floor above Jackie. Hits another button. Jamie, you're the fourth floor, and he hits you hear a couple buttons, and then a smaller arrow falls above Zakar, and you're at the very top. You got the smallest room because for some reason Bob said you're used to small spaces.
An 8 by 10. Oh.
You know, I escaped prison only to come back to another prison. Yes,
Oh.
Diesel.
No, you'll like it, trust me.
Okay, I guess we go to these rooms?
Who's all going and who's all staying right now?
So
Okay, do you want to say something?
No, I
Trev?
said I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I think
Alright,
we're
so
all
everybody's going.
I was going to say to Michael.
Okay.
No, I was going to say to Michael. So, do you want me to drop my dress off later, or do you want to get it now?
For
Can't hear you, Peach.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you cut out.
say that again. I didn't hear you.
You cut out.
Yeah, Kyle, you cut out.
Oh, I cut out.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say preferably when you have a change of clothes.
And then Zakar is going to pop in, preferably when you don't have change of clothes.
You hear a couple flipper slaps, and then you see from above, you see basically a bar come down and a whole bunch of dresses drops. Take your choice.
He looks for a minute and he's like, "This one."
You can describe your dress.
It's just since it's hot and we're in the desert, it's just a little spring summer dress. Nothing too
It's a sundress.
fancy. It is a sundress.
Purple polka dots. No, black polka dots.
Works for me.
Okay.
That's fine.
Alright, so as he does that, you hear flapping again and pulls up. Who's heading to the room first?
I mean, I would.
Well, you all roll a d6, and we'll go by that. Whoever rolls lowest gets to go first.
Oh, of course.
Alright, so Xander, we're starting with you.
Good, because I'm on the first floor.
Yep. Alright, so we're saying you're headed up the stairs first. You head up the stairs, and as you get into your room, you literally see an entire, you walk in, does have doors, it's not just open, you do have a little bit of privacy. On the door, it has your symbol, and as you open the door, you go in, and it looks like there's not a lot of the rooms, but it's sectioned off.
Okay.
Not with walls, but one part looks like it has some kind of cushion. There's another part that has looks like maybe it could be heat resistant texture, and it's like that all around the room with about 4 or 5 different areas. And then in the center of the room is your bed, and it's we'll say it's a queen it's a queen size.
Okay. Is there an area that's specifically like wind resistant or
Roll a d6 to see if you see it.
5?
5?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you walk, you do see in each one that has a little symbol in a corner of it that looks like some shape. Like one does have a tornado, and so on and so forth.
Okay, I want to go to the corner wherever the space is with the tornado emblem.
Right. As soon as you walk into it, you feel a breeze hit you directly in the face. Like a very powerful breeze, and you would notice this as basically what are tornadoes categorized as out of game?
1 to 5.
But what are the of
Vegeta
just category?
scale.
Okay. You would feel this wind as a category 1.
F1.
It's pretty powerful, but you feel natural in it.
Okay. Is there where the symbol is on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Is there is it an indent in the wall, like a circular indent? It's a button.
Yes.
Okay. I want to press the button.
As you walk over, you feel the wind getting a little and you hit the button. As you hit the button, the wind gets massively stronger, and it jumps up to probably about a 3.
Okay.
You're still able to withstand it, but you're holding tight.
And so there's not like an indent in the wall around it with the coin or whatever in the bracelet would fit anywhere?
Not near the button.
Okay. Is there anywhere around that it would?
You can search. Roll me a d6.
Yeah. I want to look around. 5.
As you look around, you don't see any in this area, but as you walk past the bed, it looks like there's a small little shelf underneath.
Okay.
Are you sitting down on the bed? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll sit on the bed and
As you sit down on the bed, both sides literally pop out what look like little, like you said, indentations and look like holes of some sort.
Okay. So then I'm going to take the tornado relic out of the bracelet, and I'm going to set it down in one of the indents.
As you set it down in the indent, the space in the wall that has the tornado area literally sinks back, and it looks like a regular wall. It literally just shifts back into what would look like normal brick and mortar.
Huh. So how many of these sections are there?
There's, I'd say, as of right now that you can see, there's 4.
So out loud, I'm going to say, okay, well, that means there are 4 more of these little discs that I got to try to find. Huh. And then I'm just gonna sit there and then look around the room and go, hello? Is there anybody here?
You hear nothing.
Okay. And then I'm gonna take the relic and then put it back on the bracelet.
As you take it out and put it in the bracelet, the area starts to reform into the wind tunnel-esque section. Next, we're just going to jump to my screen, which will be next, Mogar. As you walk up the stairs, you do pass Xander's room, and you hear funny, like wind sounds. Are you continuing to the room?
Yeah, I'm going to just continue on my room.
As you get up to your room, you see your symbol on the door, and it doesn't have a handle.
There's no handle. Since this is pretty much going to be Castle Dracula. And since he's not here, I'm going to kick open the door. Daddy's home!
As you say that, you hear don't try it.
You cut out for me, I'm sorry.
Don't try it.
Do I recognize the voice?
You would recognize this voice as Jason.
Holy shit.
Oh, please tell me you have to say.
Like mid-kick, I'm going to be like, I'm not in the relic suit. How in the world do I hear you? Anyways.
That's all you hear is chuckling.
I'm going to be like, alright, fine, I won't kick the door. I'm going to, like, channel myself and just, like, put my hand on the symbol.
As you put your hand on the symbol, you literally see letters below. Kick me.
Mother! And kick the door.
You kick it, it literally flies open. You're fine. I love playing jokes on my players. I wanted to see if you would actually stop or not. So as you enter, sorry, I had to read something. As you enter the room, you literally look around and there is a bunch of training equipment, but it all looks like it's kind of made of stone. Like it's a lot. Kyle?
Did he die?
Oh.
I take that as a yes.
Yeah, I don't think he could hear.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Now I can.
So as you enter the room, you literally see a bunch of workout equipment, but instead of being like normal sandbags and weights and stuff, it's all made of stone, and it looks extremely heavy. And it's all around. There's actually no bed in sight, but there is padded floor everywhere, like you would see in a dojo or some sort.
Be like, okay, never really worked out with like that type stuff, but I could dig it.
Uh-oh. Okay. Skipped, and I was like, uh-oh, what happened? As you, like I said, are you going in
Am I going in what?
further?
Yeah.
As you go in further, alright, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm jumping.
It's Discord because I checked Streamlabs and it's fine, no skip frame, so it's just Discord. What?
But I was I'll finish up this one and three next episode. But as you walk in to the like I said, you see all this workout equipment on the far wall because yours is the second biggest room, so it's a little bit smaller. You see a picture.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the picture.
You see it as a picture of your mother.
Aw. Hi, Mom. Hope you're doing well.
You see on the bottom of the picture, it's not an engraving. It actually looks like some sort of audio device, and it has a play and a pause button and a rewind.
I'm gonna like look at it and just like a little bit puzzled and be like, might as well, and I'm gonna hit play.
You hit play and you hear a unfamiliar voice say, "I figured you would enjoy a picture of your mother. I hope all is well. I have instructed Bob to help all of you as much as I can, and since you are my last will and testament, I hope you do well and what is right by the Relic Hunters." And then the recording stops.
Gonna rewind it to the last will and testament part to see if I heard that right. And press play again.
You are my last will and testament of the Relic Hunters.
Dad?
It's a recording.
No, I know. I know
Okay.
that. I'm just because Michael has out of game,
Mhm.
doesn't know who his dad is.
Yep.
So when he heard you're my last will and testament, he's gonna be like, "Who the?"
Who the fuck?
That was perfect cut off.
No, I cut myself off.
We are going to stop there. That is going to be the end of the episode for now. Next episode, we will pick up and go to the other three rooms. Then we are like
Wow, it's Discord.
time day, basically.
Hold up. I don't know, man. I think it's just Discord being super fucky.
I think so too.
Twitch again. Ba-da-da-boom-dee.
So okay, did you hear what I said?
No, I did not.
Okay. Basically, this is the end of the episode. Next episode, we are going to pick up right where we left off, and then after we go through you guys and one or two more things, we're going to do a small time jump, basically just to the next day. So to let you guys get some rest and actually progress this game faster than Season 1 did. So that is the end of Episode 2. Yeah, that is the end of Episode 2. I hope everybody had fun meeting more characters and wax on, waxing off, and spinning, and flying in the air, as showed us is very difficult to do.
Relic round table.
Well, first outro.
Outro.
So yeah.
Wait, no, we do the outro at the end after Relic Round Table, remember?
Yeah.
Because that's when we end the stream.
Okay. Well, last time it was outro then round table, if I remember correctly.
Well, that was only because I had to leave really
yeah.
early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
he
wanna
wanted to see it.
Yes,
Welcome
it's
to the round table.
Yes,
Welcome to
ask
the
us
round
questions.
table.
Sorry.
Yes, ask us all the questions.
So Josh, I just want to say that your little fake out of giving me or not giving me harvest, I was like, this motherfucker better not give me this purple piece of shit.
Did it have purple in it?
Yes, the harvest does have purple in it.
Exactly. I did not mislead you on any
No,
form or shape.
you did.
I did mislead Kyle and get him to kick open doors now.
Every time you go to kick open a door, you're gonna have that second thought, that moment of hesitation. And Josh will know he has one.
All you're gonna hear is, "Don't do it."
Okay.
Well, we know
yeah. Does
Trevor-
anybody?
Jason's
go ahead.
lying. Fuck. I keep saying
Oh,
Trevor.
That was
Canon.
that was in canon that you said Trevor. So
Well, Trevor, did you make it out alive?
I don't know, did I?
He's still
does
stuck in a
anybody
wall with a green orb somewhere.
yeah? Does anybody in chat have any questions? And do my Relic Hunters have any questions? Keep in mind, and I didn't explain this fully. If my Relic Hunters have any questions, or anybody in chat that have watched season 1, if you guys have any questions about what happened to characters, certain ones I can't answer, but a lot of them I can. So a lot of stuff that may have carried over, stuff that happens, I will answer. It's just if you get an answer that says I can't tell you or I can't really say that right now, keep asking questions. Because Kyle had approached me the other day, or saying that I think you guys didn't want to ask questions because you're just going to get the same I can't answer it. A lot of it, no, I can't answer. But there are things, especially now, especially doing season 2, that I can answer. So, especially to do with backstories and stuff that may or may not be approached later. So, if you have any questions, let me know.
So how are you? You know, this isn't anything pertaining to the story. It's mainly about you. How do you feel about playing Jason the way that you are? Like, are you having fun with that?
I'm having fun playing all of your characters.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun being able to try to channel you guys and also bring in with age with the characters. So, because it has been approximately 15 years. So you got to remember, Kyle and Dean would have been, they don't have a age slowing thing. They would have been like over 45 years old. Or right at 40. Well, not 45, like 40.
Yeah,
Sorry.
40.
Same with Joe and the Mirror. They kind of got, Joe and Ryan kind of got stopped, but there's things that happened to them in between the 15 years. Same with Elvira and same with Jason. Obviously, you now have a new enemy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that Zebus dude.
Yeah,
No,
it's
not
a
even
piece of
that.
shit.
Gitmo. Gitmo's now a freaking general.
Maybe.
what do you guys think about that?
God damn it, fucking Discord.
Kind of thought you were throwing us for a loop.
Okay,
No.
yeah, it's still just Discord.
No,
being
Gitmo
movie.
is a bad
Okay,
guy.
so that's news to me because I thought he was just going after him.
Oh, Josh is
Yeah.
Yeah, he crashed hard.
Discord is messing up big time right
Yeah,
now.
because I'm still checking the connection and everything else is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Discord is fucking up.
Discord like to fuck up. It's like on Discord's list of
Alright,
top 3
I'm sorry, but
things
I gotta
to
go,
do.
guys.
See ya.
Have
Kyle.
Yes.
a good night at work.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're just waiting for Josh to load in. Well, While he's loading in, Dark in the chat was stated, GM has some skills, so I'm sure Josh will appreciate that compliment whenever he comes back in.
Yeah, it's just boosting that ego of his.
Oh yeah, because that's what
That's
he
the
needed.
last thing he needs.
Oh yeah, then next week he's gonna be like, I am the almighty GM.
I mean, that sentence in and of itself is not false, but I hate to hear him say it.
I know, especially with like a pompous fucking attitude. That would just be great. But
Because he forgets 2 hours away is not far enough to the way that I won't come and slap you.
I know, right? It's, not even, it's like an hour and a half, hour 20, something like that. But I'm checking. Is he trying to come back? Is he trying to come back? Can he do it? Can he do it?
I mean, I'm 11 and a half hours, and that wouldn't be long enough for me to come slap somebody either. So
I'm
Day
gonna
trip.
check on
Like,
him real quick.
alright, this is gonna feel so good.
yeah,
I don't know.
Walk up, get my sliggity slap on.
yeah, yeah.
Man, I'm
But-
kind of sad that Kyle had to leave. I was gonna ask him how he enjoyed being intimidated, smaller and weaker than him. That sounded like a big O.
So while the people who run the channel are gone, how do you feel about?
Yes, I was.
Sorry.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to remove the headphones. Sorry if there's any echo. Okay. So, what had happened, go ahead and pull up a chair. So, what had happened was, I was going to go into the study to check on him. We both opened the door at the same time. We scared the shit out of
Oh
each other.
god, we both jumped back. I was afraid I was gonna get hit.
Oh my god. So, anyways, as I was saying while you were gone, Dark in the chat was like, you have some skill.
I could hear you. You guys just couldn't hear me.
Oh, that's dumb.
That's messed up. Did anybody in the chat have any other questions? Or
Destructor the Penguin says, you guys enjoying the new character so far, or is it taking some getting used to?
Well, for me, it's getting used to. I mean, it's all new, and the weirdest thing is that other characters have already established guardians,
Yeah.
and I'm alone, which is kind of like showing parallels to the end of last season, but at the same time, at this point, I'm like, I have all of this power, but no one to ask about how to use it.
Oh.
And I have a room that is different terrain.
He's doing that to me too. No, dude, I completely understand. Keep in mind, you guys won't have quote-unquote guardians this season, and the only reason this avatar of Zakar's is so nice is one, I don't really know the character that well, so I'm trying not to play in the different direction.
He's an asshole. Joseph Joestar's a big fucking cunt.
I figured as much, that's why I didn't want to do it too much, and not all of his avatars are going to be this nice.
Yeah.
Along with, you guys won't have guardians. You'll have people giving you relics or maybe helping you along the way. I will go ahead and say, canon-wise, this pyramid will be your new base, at least for the time being. As long as you're not too mean to your penguin pal and Bob.
Ooh, so you just started a new game. How big of a dick does Jamie have to be to get in? And don't think he won't play that game.
To get in what?
To just how big of a dick Jamie has to be to get us all evicted.
Listen.
Always that big.
So here's the deal. If you're going to play that game, then this game is going to go to from being co-op to collaboration, like your other game, good sir, where I will just sabotage you nonstop.
Bring it.
Alright, so, but Ryan got to answer. Jackie, or Robin, did you answer that question about getting new to the characters?
Oh, yeah. I do have to put it on, like, a thicker southern accent, which I really don't want to do.
You don't have to. You're fine. You don't have to be like you're from there, but you don't have to be Western. It's just your genre.
Well, I know that, but I mean,
Well, it's a fit the character.
Yeah, well, you could
Yeah.
throw on a Brooklyn accent, and I wouldn't care.
but yeah, it is a little bit different.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got a Canadian. We've got 3 Americans, a Canadian, and a Russian.
Russian, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And my mini personas that I play. What about you, Andrew?
I love Jamie to bits and pieces.
Only because it's the opposite of your actual life character.
I just get to look at every situation with what wouldn't I do, and then that's Jamie.
Alright. And I will let you guys in a little secret right now. Something happened to Jamie. Is why he is holding his stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Alrighty. But I guess in terms of like, is it difficult for me to channel Zakar over like somebody like Jason? Yes and no, because like I told Josh, and I'm gonna say it to you guys, like I enjoyed being the de facto leader in the last season, which you already know this. But at the same time, I'm just trying not to be so in front anymore. Like I want to give other people, like I don't want to talk too much and do too much, like I did as Jason, or what I perceived as Jason, as being like Jason, you know. So being like the funny guy and being able to like have fun with this character instead of being super serious or feeling like the powerhouse. I like it. I like being this guy. I love Zakar just as much as I love Jason.
Awesome.
But Jason will always be number 1, hands down. No cap.
No cap. Did you guys? Are you guys enjoying the references I'm roughly sprinkling
The
through?
Kowalski one killed me.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like, I'm taking a funny movie, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and the whole penguin thing. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm gonna make this dark really quick.
Like, damn, you fucking, like, there's skeletons and shit.
Because I wanted to see his little face, and you just ruined it. God.
Sorry.
You're not sorry. Shut your fucking
I am
mouth.
sorry. Like, I don't mean to be mean, but I have fun being mean.
If you have fun doing it, then you can't be sorry for it. That's just how that works.
Yeah, sure. So, do you guys have any questions about like what happened over the 15 years, or?
Yeah, so like, what with the Kyle and Dean thing?
Okay.
What the fuck happened there? Like, why
Yeah.
did you just?
Okay, keep in mind at the end of last season they were one person.
Yeah, but
Over 15 years, you try being stuck in a body with someone who's your polar opposite.
so Kyle became muscular and Dean became a bitch.
Yep, Kyle took the muscular part. Whenever they split, basically Dean is still Dean, but he wanted to be a little bit nicer and just can't. He took all the metabolism, whereas Kyle started working out and doing all that stuff and
Okay.
just became a dick. Still a nice dick, but a dick.
So is Elvira dead?
Is Elvira dead?
Maybe.
Yes. I can say yes.
She's
Oh,
dead, or
that's
she's
unfortunate.
She is
Yeah,
dead.
hold on. Is she dead, or is she still undead because she's a vampire?
yeah. She's immortal. So
She is dead.
oh,
I will say that.
damn, Chief. So is
Okay,
Kyle dead?
I
Kyle
got
Dean
a
has
question.
faded.
So he's
I
not
won't
dead.
say dead. I'll say
Oh
he's faded.
I
yeah.
have a question.
Yes.
So season 1 ended
Okay.
with Bobo.
Yes.
What happened?
All right. Hold on. Do what?
What happened to Bobo?
What happened to Bobo at the end of season 1?
Yeah, like why is he
Because
like
yeah.
Power Ranger?
Because he
You mean
was the
Bob?
one that brought the big bang. No, I'm talking about Bobo. At the end of season 1, it was Bobo came back as a human,
Mm-hmm.
and then the carriage of the new 5 showed up. So, what
he started walking away and he disappeared.
Yep, Bobo had disappeared. Harken back to a little bit farther in the episode, or farther into the season, or farther back in the season. Bobo, Bob, and several other entities were trapped in a single body, chasing the Gold Ranger's body. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then Bobo took over the gold relic. Okay.
That is all I'm gonna say for that.
Backstory. Cool.
So is Jason like a disembodied god or something? Like
Jason is a lot more powerful than he was when we left him off.
Hell
Well, I'll
yeah!
say that.
So why is he in the pyramid? That's a question that I have.
Is he in the pyramid?
Or is he
That's
just
the
in-
question
or is
I
he-
have.
Or is he just in Kyle's? Well, it's Kyle's goddamn Michael's head.
He is the pyramid.
Oh my god! I swear
He is
to
not the
shit.
pyramid.
I was about to say, like, I swear to shit. If Jason's a damn pyramid, I'd be a little upsetty.
He is not in the. He is
No,
not in the
his
pyramid.
his tank is just buried somewhere up.
His tank. Oh
I
gosh.
don't think there's anything else in chat.
I was gonna say, do you guys have any more questions before we hop off here?
We can do that. Outro footage, baby.
Ready to roll the outro?
Alright, I was say no more questions. I have one more thing to say pertaining to Relic Hunters before we roll this outro.
What's up?
Alright, so I don't know if you guys caught it, but this episode obviously we introduced the Ranger suits and stuff, or the Hunter suits. Did you guys catch the references with the two villains, the two female villains?
Stephen King's Misery.
No.
Yes. And the other one, he said Pigtails.
Pigtails, blonde. The name that she has
Yeah,
pertains to her Japanese name in this anime.
Okay, say the villain's name again, because whenever
I have it written down. I don't remember off the top of my head.
What's the reference though?
The reference, Andrew, will you please, that anime that you asked me to kindly oblige, what was the anime called?
Oh shit, there are so many, dude.
The German where the chick gets put into the...
Oh! The Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Oh, the Saga of Tanya the Evil, really? I just finished that
that was
shit.
supposed
The
to be-
Japanese name
that was
for
supposed to
Tanya
be his
is, the last
moves.
name that they use over there is...
Diggerchoff or whatever.
Yeah, it's, well, not, that's in America. In Japanese, it's something different. That's what I
Okay.
use.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the American one, it's Vanda Gurachov.
Dude, I literally fucking finished Tanya not even like 2 days ago.
Dude, it was so good.
I haven't watched the movie yet.
I haven't either, but I gotta say, while I'm on the subject of that anime, although I like Tanya, I loved Cerebriakov even more.
Oh yeah.
She's just the sweetest bean.
I was hoping you guys got a little bit of those references. Gitmo turning evil and everything. And yeah, Ryan's... There will be wrestling references coming up, and there will be ER references coming up for both of you. Don't worry. And that's all I have to say. So,
roll the footage.
roll the beautiful ending bean footage.
Oh damn it! No, damn.
No,
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Shut the fuck up.
No, stop it! Oh my god! Okay, hold up. The outro footage is being fucky.
No!